Welcome, adjudicators, to another episode of Disputed, where two fictional characters go head-to-head, armed with only their advocates, and you decide the outcome. Everything is disputed.
Oh, yeah. Man, I wish I could do these more often. All the prep that goes into these things, it can be a bit much. So yeah, but I maybe if I could quit my day job, I would totally do this every week. Because I think this is probably I love my other podcasts, but I probably have the most fun doing this one because yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, this is the highlight. This is one of the highlights of my week. For sure. For sure.
Yeah. So tell everybody who you are, Damon.
What's up, nerds and blurds? I am Damon, father of two, husband of one, the Arnold Drummond of the Disputed Podcast.
All right. Oh, thank you, Damon, and welcome, adjudicators. I am Dean. I guess that makes me the Willis of the show. You can find me on many podcasts now. I've lost count. But however, you can head over to podscare.com and check them all out. We're all there, including our fine Disputed there as well. So, man, that last episode though, that was a good one.
Yes, it was.
So
wow.
I do say though that I'm a little disappointed in the turnout at the voting booth for this, but not that it's the smallest turnout we've had, but it's definitely nowhere near the largest. So, but that being said, we do have a winner. So what do you say we go to the tape here?
That's a nice looking arena.
Yeah, the Disputed Stadium. In comes McCall. In comes the Luke Hobbs.
Hobbs looks like he's done this before. Oh, with a Samoan drop. Ooh, nice knee to the face. Oh, the people's elbow. Where did he learn that from?
I wonder.
Oh, nice leg trip into an ankle lock. Up spine buster.
Oh. I don't know what you call it. I don't watch wrestling, so I don't know a lot of these moves.
That's called a punch in the face.
Is that what they call it?
Oh, that elbow. Elbow. Elbow with a running clothesline.
There we go.
Your winner is the Equalizer.
Yeah, man. Got props. Big props. Wow. So yeah, that was awesome video. Thanks to our folks Heather and Keith Mackey over there at Cat from Ohio Characters, I think is what they are on I forget. It will be in the show notes. They make some amazing characters on WWE 2K22 and yeah, they're great. But so anyway, yeah, Luke Hobbs, valiant effort against McCall, but just didn't work out for him. So McCall wins this dispute by a score of 56.3% to Hobbs 43.7%. So your boy MC Amazing brought it, as he always does, his A game, but just wasn't enough to wasn't enough to beat his opponent, my wife, TR Walker. So, and that had nothing to do with me. I can show you where all the votes came from. I mean, of course, I had to vote for, of course, but that's how that goes. So, Damon, what you say? What do you think about that?
It was a good one. I think that the right character won. I am surprised, to be honest. I thought we were talking earlier. I thought it was a bit of an upset just because of the size difference. However, the people have spoken. So
size, yeah, as they say, size doesn't always matter. So, right, Arnold?
What you talking about, Dean?
So, are you ready to get into this one here?
Yes, I am. Let's get it on. This episode brings disputes between two of the most intense scrapper to be seen on screen. One of them is a former Special Forces operative. The other is a spy who's forgotten his name, but not his skills. It's a scrap that will have you chewing your nails. Who are these two scintillating scrappers, you ask? Only two of the most fearless fighters to favor film. The Transporters Frank Martin versus Jason Bourne.
Yeah, I've been looking forward to this one, man. This is, I think this is going to be a great one. So, and I'm really looking forward to our guests. One of them is new, one's a returning, and since he's new, I'm going to go ahead and introduce our advocate one, and that is our buddy right here. Our first advocate today hails from the Bronx. That is in New York, folks. But he currently lives in Denver. That is not in New York. He likes to spend his time on skates or at the local dispensary. As our most frequent guest over at How Are You Now, we refer to him as our resident joint boy or the Chevy Chase of How Are You Now. But tonight, we're going to ask you to give it up for Rene Encarnacion. Hey, brother.
Ladies and gentlemen, I'm out here representing Sir Frank Martin, the gentleman, the transport, the man who's going to hire you. You're going to hire him, and he's going to get the job fucking done.
Wait, hang on now. I think we've got some confusion here. You were doing Jason Bourne.
I thought I was doing transporter. I can do Jason Bourne.
Okay.
I'm watching ball.
Well, I mean, your opponent already gets dressed up for the job, so.
That makes sense.
Oh man, that's the first time that happened because things happen and you never know what's going to happen. But I know you're well versed in both.
It's fucking Jason Bourne.
That's true.
Oh my God! It's Jason Bourne.
So
I can literally. We can.
Yeah. No, it's okay because I know your opponent is all beefed up on transporter right now, and so but we're going to ask you right now, what do you bring to the table?
Way too much DVDs, way too many DVDs. I've owned, I remember when I first joined the military, I lived across the street from a Walmart, and that was the excitement in the town that I lived in. So yeah, I've owned Jason Bourne 1 through 14 and fucking Transporter 1 through 14. So yeah,
a few of those. Yes.
We can get her done. We can fucking get her done today.
Oh, totally.
Well, what do I bring to the table? I don't know. A couple years of podcast experience. Couple thousand episodes of How Are You Now? But I have 10 years in the military as well. So both of those gentlemen have been impressive throughout my entire career and lifetime, especially being a huge cinephile.
Right on. Well, so it's great to have you here for your first go round. And now, if you're ready, Demond, we're going to bring in our next guest.
See, this is why you got me in first, so I can fuck up. Oh shit! He doesn't know how to tie it. Look at him.
Our next advocate makes his return to the show since last advocating for Axel Foley back in August. He's a mediator, a podcaster, and this is Excellence Daily. Some refer to as Mr. D713. This evening, we're gonna make some noise for Drake!
People, it's the man, the one only, not the myth, the legend, Drake, Mr. D713 with everything culture. And as my man Demond said, we just do nothing but wake up and we piss excellence. And that's what we're about to get a whole lot of excellence in this motherfucker right here. Let's continue. Woo!
Drake, my man, how are you doing?
I'm blessed. I'm blessed, man. I had to pull out the suit and tie I haven't worn damn it since I've been in Seattle, I had to pull out the closet because of my man. watching the transporter, one thing we're going to talk about, he always dressed to the T. Always came out. Always came out.
Dean, check your phone real quick.
All right. Well, I'm gonna check it.
Sorry.
All right, Drake.
It's all right.
Share something with yourself. Share something about yourself with us, and tell us who you're at. We've already kind of started to talk about who you're advocating for. Let the people know why, and what do you bring to the table.
Here, I'm of course I'm advocating for my man Frank Martin. Frank Martin is an excellent individual right here. What he's trying to do, a lot of growth in the character, growth in his person in general. Myself, I'm bringing to the point where showing where my mediation skills, my podcasting skills, been doing this thing for 3 years now. The podcast is all about getting to know people so we can love people and understand people. And the candidate that I'm representing is all about that, believe it or not. He didn't start that way. He's here about the rules to get the job done and keep the shit moving.
Doesn't matter.
He's parts.
It don't matter. It don't matter.
I'm bringing it. I'm bringing it all. I'm bringing it. I'm bringing everything culture.
It don't matter. It
Dean,
don't
they're chomping at the
matter.
bit. We're gonna have to get into these rules because they are
Yep.
chomping at the bit.
They
This
are
is like
they're definitely
this
chomping
is
at the bit.
this is big fight field. This is
Yeah.
a big fight night.
I'm feeling. But we may have to break some shit up. So,
Born identity.
all right,
for the weekend.
all right. Daddy's talking now.
Sorry.
So, the debate timing is as follows. Advocate 1 and 2 will both get an opening statement of 5 minutes, followed directly by the rebuttal from their opponent. We may or may not have questions from the audience, which we will bring up if we deem them appropriate for the questioning. But Damon and I will definitely question each of you. Damon will be questioning Renee. I will be questioning Drake, and then each of you will get a closing argument. The first one being Renee will give his closing argument first, followed by Drake. So, Renee, now that you are advocate 1 this evening, and I will be I will be timing this on my stopwatch here because whatever I've found on here before just does not work well. So,
Do I get an asterisk here?
Hey, dude.
Considering the evidence I've just presented,
it's okay. We'll give you an asterisk, sure. So, is that what if you win though?
No, I'm gonna win anyway. I'm
Okay.
gonna win anyway. I wanted the asterisk just for opening arguments. Let's go.
All
Ready?
right, so start the timer and get after it. Oh, there we go.
So remind me again, because I'll take up the 10 seconds again. What do I need to explain the most? Why is this a bad motherfucker?
Yeah.
So Bourne, especially in relation to things that I've been in my life, it's really hard to not compare myself per se, or to be fair. I think it's like, imagine what you would feel like if you were in his situation. You woke up, you don't know what the fuck you are, you don't know who the fuck you are, and now you're being pursued. You don't know why you're being pursued, but you do realize you have these abilities to get you out of that pursuit. Then what do? You get yourself out of that pursuit and then delve into, why the fuck am I currently in this pursuit? That's nightmare fucking fuel, isn't it? Like, what the fuck would you do if you were in that situation? Imagine, we're a bunch of fucking weaklings, and I say that as a fucking army veteran, but I got out 12 years ago, so I'm just a fatty right now. So the fuck, what? I mean, there's nothing tougher. I feel like the only weakness Jason has is same thing with both Jasons. They're Jasons in two different worlds, but he's a little weaker to the ladies, and I feel like that also makes him a great character. It makes him have that extra layer of passion to get through with his mission. It's a very similar thing that both of the Jasons have, where they have that sympathetic level about them, where they're not going to stop being sympathetic or empathetic towards the situation that they're being put in, and they're always drastic. But in my opinion, if we're going to get down to it, Bourne's just a little more rugged. Bourne's just a little more, a little more gangster with it. I like little Mr. Statham with his nice little pretty cars, but my boy Matt shows up with with whatever he can find. He's like, the transporter is so tied to his. I gotta have my call. Yeah, I'm not gonna do this without my call. You know what I mean? But like, meanwhile, Bourne is just out there doing what he's got to do with what he's fucking got. And on top of that, his brain is fried. What makes him a fucking badass? He does what he has to do. He gets it done with what he's got available. And he's moving on. And he's fucking figuring out the rest of his life. I mean, my man, listen, if that dude had therapy like readily available, he'd be like the most woke freaking superhero in movie history. Come on now. Think about it. Like, my man, he's emo as shit. Love Jason Bourne because he approaches his issues. He's a bad motherfucker. He will whip your ass with a credit card and a teapot, and then steal your credit card, steal your girl, steal your fucking bum ass Toyota Corolla, and then keep it moving. I'm done.
All right. So you're banking a minute 20 seconds.
Save
so Drake, if you're ready, you got 2 minutes for a rebuttal. Go.
Man, I'm gonna give it some time for all of us to think about this real quick. A few seconds. I appreciate what Jason Bourne is doing. I don't know what this other Jason you're talking about. All we're here to talk about is Frank Martin. Let's be clear about that. But Jason Bourne, I empathize with him. The work that I've done in social work in my years, I'm all about giving resources to the needy. And that's exactly what Jason Bourne is, the needy. And that's fine. And he's done great work in what he's doing to try to reclaim to who he is. Because who is he? We're all lost out here in this world. We're all trying to figure each other out, and Jason's trying to find himself and let him find himself and fight through that, because we still don't know exactly who he is. So who's actually Jason Bourne in the first place? Isn't that the whole point, right? Okay, but let me talk about a man that know who he is. They don't even like to use names, and that's Frank Martin. Frank Martin comes here to kick ass and not to take names. Ain't that a bitch? The thing with Frank, he's a man of integrity. Man, I can support. A working man. Man, Frank just didn't wake up and not know who he was. Frank woke up and said, I'm here to do a job. We all wake up and here to do a job. We're here to do something, correct? We're here just to pay the bills, put some food in our bellies, and go forward. That's all Frank here to do. Let me know what needs to be done. The job is going to get done. Okay, that's one of his rules. The job is going to get done. No, never break the rules. Love that. No matter if the people are looking or not, never break the rules. Then it comes down to when he gets paid and he go, and he's efficient at getting the job done. Correct? I know it was stated that he just liked to drive cars. That is one of his strong highlights. I'm gonna say that. But the thing is, that motherfucker got hands, severe hands, and the majority of the work he's done has been through with his hands, which is also a reflection of a working man. Something we all can look forward to. And I can't even say American because he's global. If I'm not mistaken, he's French. He did not serve in the U.S. military, but he's served in the French Union. I don't know what it is, but he did it. He served his people. He served his community.
All right.
Sorry.
That's
no,
time.
Siri.
That's
Oh,
time.
No, leave me alone.
That's time for the...
We're working here. Apologize. Living well. And he's a man not only of integrity, but a man of dapper, a man of elegance. Even while whooping your ass, he's going to look good doing it. And it is so unique seeing a person like that in his talent.
Real quick, Dave. Are you going into your opening statement now?
Oh, my bad.
You win because you've gone over your rebuttal time.
Oh, my bad. No, that's it. That's it.
All right.
That's my
Because
rebuttal.
now, all right. Because now is your opening statement time.
Oh, my opening statement is, going back to the working man of a man called Frank Martin as a transporter, and he's just that, a transporter. Nothing more, nothing less. We say that, but he's a man of compassion. He's a man of love. Through these 3 films, I were able to review this person that he cares more than you think. And that gets in the way of what we do quite a bit, right? It's not so simple, do the job and go home. That's what he's intended to do. But when he sees people in need, women and children, he steps up. Even when the cooch is thrown his way, he can't do it. He can't do it. He's a man of morale. He's a man of honor. He's a man of love. But he's a man of rules. From never breaking the promises. That was 4 rules. He added another rule. And he kept it. That is a beautiful thing. Kids look up to Frank Martin. I don't know how many kids looked up to Jason Bourne. I cannot say that. But with Frank Martin being the person of strength, the person of being, once again, back to resources, very resourceful. I look forward to touching on the mighty things that he used throughout whipping ass. Even other people. Oh my gosh. His first, I'm gonna hold on to that. I'm gonna hold on to that. Like it's just another type of ingenuity that he uses throughout his character, his person, and the life that he lives, and a life of elegance. But and he always kept a suit, so that's why we're here to represent Frank Martin, the transporter. That's
All right. That's it. Yeah. So because you went over a little bit on your rebuttal, I'm going to say you got 2 minutes banked, but that's okay. So Renee, if you're ready for your rebuttal, you got 2 minutes on the clock starting.
So I have a rebuttal
now.
And then a conclusion, or
We're going to do a rebuttal, and then we're going to do questions, and then we'll have the end. So
okay. Sorry, let me just pull this back up to my top of my notes.
Right. I'll let you start. All right, go ahead.
Cool. In my rebuttal, I feel like the adjudicator from the other side has felt their biggest point is fashion. Cool. You look cool doing your job.
Thank you.
And you do your job fucking mediocrely. Hold on a second. I'm just not done. The standard rules that Frank has, Frank doesn't take names. I've watched 3 episodes of that shit in the past 48 hours. He gave names every single fucking episode. Not done. He always takes his jobs and breaks it for what he thinks is better. He always breaks the rules that he sets at the stand. Oh, he's got a set standard of rules. My man doesn't follow a single one of his fucking rules. Next go. He doesn't work with his hands. Oh, I'm sorry. Excuse me. No, excuse me. He does know how to throw hands, but then you try to say that he works on his cars. Wrong. All of his mechanics are done by 3 different Qs, which is like the bootleg version. I'm sorry, Zs, which is the bootleg version of James Bond Qs. Next going. Looks make him more susceptible to attention. Yes, that was horrible. Yes, he's dapper as shit. I love him. He's a fucking handsome motherfucker. He could probably place his dick in my mouth right about now, and I wouldn't give a shit. But guess what? That makes him the more attention his eyes on him. What does fucking Bourne do? He blends in. He gets the job done. Nobody ever sees him again. When they do see him, they're like, oh my God, it's Jason Bourne. You're like, well, who is he? Nobody knows who he is, but when they realize who it is, they're like, oh my God, it's fucking Jason Bourne. Next. Oh, I love this one. That was a great one. I love this one. This is great. Oh, even when pussy's thrown at him, he doesn't flinch. He fucks all the pussy. Next. No. Again, all kids look up to Transporter. Oh, no. Look on TikTok. Again, once again, it's, oh my God, it's Jason Bourne. That's what all the kids are saying now. Done. Have a great day. Let me put on my fucking Noah hat. I'm Jason Bourne, motherfucker.
Oh man.
Rebuttal?
Wow. That was great. Let me collect. You can collect yourself for a second there, Demond, before you ask Renee your question.
Oh man. Wow. I'm almost scared to do so.
What's up? I'm on fire. You ever play FMEA Jams? Remember that game?
Oh yeah. Oh man. So
And I got the fucking switch flipped on me today.
It's all right. You still brought it either way. It's good.
Doing my Michael Jordan fucking stance right now. Got a twisted tea and a fucking water jug.
Go ahead, Demond.
I remember in the Transporter movies, at least the I saw the first two, I believe, and I think
I watched. There's 4, and then the fourth one has. Wait, no, I'm sorry. What you say, Bourne or Transporter?
I was talking about Transporter.
Yeah. There's 4.
And
The fourth one has a different actor that wasn't Statham, so I didn't even.
That's
look
what
Yeah.
it is. Okay.
Sorry,
The younger
Again, not my
British
question.
guy.
Sorry, not my question.
So I do remember him being pretty flexible as far as using his environment, like Jason Bourne, and which is one of the reasons I thought this would be such an even fight, because they're very, very similar, in a way that most of the competitors, at least in the first round, aren't. Explain to me what gives Jason Bourne the edge, considering the Transporter doesn't have as the resources. Like, what is that edge once they squared up?
So that was towards me. Yeah, Bourne.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay. So honestly, he doesn't have to turn to so many people. He's very independent. Like Bourne already has his plants in every fucking country in the world. The man has a little safe deposit box, where like he can dip in, grab a little passport that he's got there, or a person he can turn to, and it's just easy 1, 2, 3, easy peasy. It's never involving any drama. Every time I've seen Bourne, or maybe not every time, but most of the times I've seen Bourne dip into one of his resources, it's mostly been drama free, unless he's getting towards like a border, an embassy. That's where things get ugly.
Fair enough. I do not have any more questions at the moment.
All right. Well, so Drake.
Yes.
Frank Martin is a special op. That's his background.
He retired, correct.
Yeah.
So,
Whereas Bourne, spy background, hitman assassin. Now as you've eloquently stated, Frank is dapper all the time, and as Renee mentioned, Bourne blends in. Being that Frank Martin stands out so much, how is he going to get the upper hand over Bourne in let's say it's where it's a more compact environment where there's more people? How is he going to be able to do his thing and get the upper hand on Bourne?
Thank you, Dean. Thank you
Mhm.
for that question. I would like to say first, being dapper does not have to put you out in the light. It doesn't. Okay. Because Frank Martin usually is working. Once again, he's driving, he's in and he's out. He's usually not seen, and he lives secluded, very off own space, very set up place. Don't bother anyone. He only comes into work, then he goes back secluded. Once again, he doesn't go to clubs. We never seen him out and about. He just does his thing. But if we're asking him by the way he dresses, how it would give him an upper hand by whooping ass, that's what we're scrapping.
Well, yeah. How is he gonna? Well, because Bourne blends in. How is he gonna be able to? I mean, Bourne is good if he stands out in just a crowd, because if Martin stands out in a crowd because of the way he's dressed, everybody else isn't just regular
He's respectful.
clothes.
It's a different. He's just walks in respectfully.
No,
You
no,
know?
I understand that. But if they know that they're going up against each other and they have to find each other in a crowd, Martin's going to stand out a bit more than Bourne.
Because
Could we
Martin
agree?
doesn't have Martin doesn't have to hide. He's like, bring it. Why the fuck we hide? Like, we throwing hands. Is that not where we throwing hands?
But I'm just saying the likelihood of him being spotted before him spotting Bourne. You know what I'm saying? Because Bourne will blend in with the crowd more easily than Martin will.
Oh my God, it's Jason Bourne.
I absolutely understand where you're coming from. But once again, Frank Martin has something. His buddy, oh my goodness, Inspector Tarconi. He just need him. He just, hey, are you near a computer? That's all he need to say. Are you near a computer? He can find Jason need be. He's talented. But once again, I can see if we're going through like maybe a shooting match or anything of that nature. But we go to toe scrapping. To my understanding, that's what it's about.
Yeah.
I don't need to hide. Frank doesn't need to hide from you. The thing is, what is Jason going to do when he does run up? That's the thing. With Frank wants you. If Frank's job, if we say, hey, your job as a transporter this time is to whoop Jason Bourne's ass. Let's be. Is the whoop just beat it? Can I use guns? Nah. Put my hands on. Put them paws on. Okay, that's what my man Frank Martin is going to be. Now, if Jason goal is to come and do a sneak one on him, that's different. That's different. Oh, am I going over time? Just making sure.
I'm just curious, like how long?
No, because I was actually going to ask Renee to refute that about how Bourne would then, coming toe to toe. Once you're there, let's just say even Bourne gets the first hit in. Let's just say that because we've seen Frank take a punch, we've seen Bourne take a punch, so they could both take it. So where does it go from there, in your opinion?
In mine, it's honestly, it's going to become an unfair fight. It's really, that's what it's going to come down to. It's Bourne's got most backup. He's got the low key backup. As Hayne was trying to say, like it's not Tarconi. But he would probably be dead by the time he faced up with Bourne. That's the truth of this. If we're going down this route, if these two worlds met, that's what's going to happen. Is your boy Frank's losing Tarconi. He's a great fucking sidekick. But in the end of this story, that's what's going to happen.
So you're saying Bourne would take out Tarconi so that Martin would have no.
So Martin's got nothing. Martin's got nothing. And where's he going? Nowhere. I don't want to say this, but where's he going? Nowhere. I'm sorry. I love Frank. I love him. I love him to death. I love him to fucking death. But it's when Bourne gets really fucking, I get it. They're both on the same plane where they both are like, when they're driven, they're pressed on something. The job is going to get done. But unfortunately, Bourne just has too much behind him. Like he's got, there's like, it's kind of like a high level drug dealer in the early 90s getting arrested. He's not going to stay in prison. He's got just too much behind him. I mean, Frank has got a lot of friends in high places, but you're gonna fuck with Bourne. Literally, that's the president's guy. That's the president's fucking guy.
All right, hang on. Now let me bring this up. Just because. Now, hang on. We know that Bourne was not able to protect his lady.
Thank you. I was going like I was waiting for some of this to come out.
Well, no, because I do want to touch on that. I don't think Martin has no, and I'm not as familiar as I am with Martin. Has Martin lost anyone?
No one. And let's be clear. Transporter 2.
Mm-hmm.
He was a nanny. The man became a nanny.
Yep. And couldn't even handle that job.
He was taking children to the doctor's appointments, cuz. Like, do you understand? He
still lost the baby. Oh,
He had to do it. He let that baby survive.
How easy was that?
That baby survived.
You
And you
didn't
know
see
what?
you didn't see the girl. You didn't see the girl in the bikini.
Not only that, he trained that little boy. He trained that little boy to know how to react.
No,
he trained that little boy to be a soldier. He trained it, and you know what? When that little boy married mother came to him and tried to throw the coochie.
Yo, she had a she tried the receptionist at the dentist office.
Frank, like, hold on. Let me put this down.
He didn't see that.
She said she came to his crib.
What you said? He's a transporter.
She came
He's
to
a transporter. He's not an ass whooper.
Hang on.
He's not an ass whooper.
She said, "Why don't you sleep with me?"
He's a transporter. Who I am? I got it. No, we got it.
He said, "No, it's because of who I am." Bars, baby.
What you got?
Does it better? What you got? It's because of who I am. Then he promised the little boy. He taught him. Well, what's rule number 4, Renee? Since you know them so well, what's rule number 4?
Don't get kidnapped by a bitch with a bikini and a fucking Uzi. That's rule number 4 for sure.
Well, let me help you with
in a doctor's office. Come on now.
He was not kidnapped.
She was wearing 6.5-inch heels.
Was kidnapped in front of his house. In front of
the doctor will be right with you.
Rule number 4: never make a promise you can't keep. He said that after the little boy asked, Frank, would this shot hurt? I promise I would never let you get hurt.
I remember the first time I heard that on Man on Fire by Denzel. That's who we talked about.
We're not talking about that individual right there. We're talking about a man that keeps
I'm
his
sorry.
word.
I'm sorry, Brother Creasy. I'm sorry.
Once again, integrity. And if I gotta say this in case it slips, but in my opinion, and I'll settle down for the moment. But I believe the man who put his dick in somebody else's mouth wins automatically.
Thank you. Game over. Bourne would have done it.
Oh man. Whoo. Demond?
I got caught up in listening to all this nonsense, and I am just as confused as I was when I started. I have no idea how to call this.
Apparently, we're all confused.
You know,
no idea.
It was bound to happen, and now I'm so let's I'm gonna do this after you guys give your closing argument. So Renee, you go first with your closing argument. 2 minutes.
2 minutes.
2 minutes for closing argument. That's all right. That's all you need, right?
Remind me who I got. I got the Bourne identity. Oh my God, it's Jason fucking Bourne. Oh yeah, brother. Let me tell you a little something about Jason fucking Bourne. Oh, he's a savage. Yeah. I mean, I don't know. What else is there to say about Jason Bourne? Everybody knows who the fucking Bourne man is. Everybody knows, oh my God, it's Jason Bourne. Like, I love that. That's the penultimate of, definition of like why he is the baddest of the bad. Transporter, I love him. I fucking really do. Frank Martin is legendary and epic, but at the same time, it doesn't hold. It really doesn't. It's a little too corny. It's a little too cheesy. And if you were cheesy and a little corny, you have to be over the top. They don't go over the top. They're just meh. They're just like, they're right about there. Meh. It's cool. But then again, we don't need Transporter 2 to have a half-naked chick kidnapping a 9-year-old. That shouldn't even be a thing. I mean, I like him. The guy, he's dapper. The guy keeps his shit clean. He's got his one car. He can't improvise for shit. He breaks every rule that he stands by. It's cute. It's cute. I have to just give it up to Jason Bourne. He is forced into the situation that he was in way deeper than Frank always gets forced, and which he places himself into, basically. Jason is forced into his one situation. Frank just keeps, I'm gonna babysit a kid, and now all of a sudden,
I give you an extra 30 seconds.
He's been kidnapped 3 times and almost murdered and almost injected with a drug by a fucking chick as playing a receptionist in a bikini with a fucking Uzi. Come on, Jason. I mean, excuse me, Frank. Get it together. Frank, get it to fucking together. Yes, you have a decanter of fucking shitty whiskey. God damn it, dude. Get your fucking life together, bro.
All right.
Stop taking on shitty.
That's time. That's time. All right, Drake. Let's hear yours.
Hold on, I'm gonna hit my timer one time for this. One, I want to address the reason why he wear the suit. He wear the suit when he's fighting, and all 3 he beat ass with his suit. On the third one, he made a very clear thing: don't touch my jacket, and ended up beating 7 motherfuckers with his jacket. Not only with his jacket, took off his dress shirt, whooped ass with his dress shirt, then bare chested, took some blows, oiled himself up. First and second, and continue. When big motherfuckers came out, when they tried to grab him, went into the grappling, they couldn't grapple. That smarts right there. Beat that ass with that as well. He put melons on his hands, watermelons, and put them dukes up. Bourne ain't doing that. Bourne ain't got them type of hands. And you say he doesn't know how to be diverse. He only know how to drive, and he's a one-trick pony. This man knows BMX. He knows how to swim. He was drowning. He took the breath out of another dying man's lungs and to survive and continue. He saved the little boy that was injected.
Yo, that BMX scene was dope though.
Was bad motherfucking ass, wasn't it though? Okay. Then when you talking about he was always put in a situation, minding his motherfucking business. Let's talk about how he turned in the hospital, turned an oxygen machine into a torpedo. Okay. Threw the oxygen, threw it out, broke it out, threw the acid up in the ceiling. Bow, handle that shit. Tell me why they was shooting RPGs in that man's house, and he was still escaping. Who has a full access to the full ocean underneath their crib? That was on the first one. Let me go back. Became a Manny, made a torpedo. He was the first thing you see him throw hands. A girl was getting kidnapped. He threw the girl at the dudes.
Yep. I'll give you another 30 seconds to finish your thought.
I greatly appreciate it. That is absolute talent. He used what he had. Hey, here you go, catch this. Wow. That is clear example what he's used to do. He chased a bus on a jet ski. Once again, using another way of transportation because he's the transporter, okay? And he don't forget the syringe trick. He stabbed the dude with water, a soda pop or whatever, and made him follow the dude to get what he needed to save that little boy. He not only saved the little boy, he saved the whole family and didn't fuck his mama. Man, it's such talent. When he know he could have had it.
No, he did.
No, he had. He could have been stepdaddy.
All right. That's good. I love you guys so much. Oh man.
Facts. All of these are facts.
All right.
Oh, and can I add one? He knocked a bomb off the bottom of a car.
All right.
By flipping car.
Okay. Now I'm going to say this real quick because this was my screw up, and I definitely fall on my sword for this. I screwed up on who got what, because originally Renee did claim transporter, and so that was my bad. I think it was my bad anyway. But anyway, so big props, and that was the part about the asterisk. So big props to Renee for turning on a fucking dime and bringing it. So that's my bad. I don't know exactly how it happened.
Pull that off.
but it was you know, I knew if anybody could do it, it would be you, because you're a fan of both franchises.
Oh shit! I just see it. I see it.
So
I think I had Frank Martin.
So that was my fault. So that wasn't my fault. So anyway,
no.
It is what. Anyway, we are here, but regardless, man, it was an awesome debate. So, Devon, you want to recap this here real quick?
Look at this.
When I look at the clip, I saw everything culture versus Bet You Did, and it had Frank Martin on one side and Jason.
Bet you I did, by the way. Bet you I did on all social media.
My bad.
It's all right. And everybody's gonna get their plugs at the end here.
Wow. Man, this was as confusing and chaotic as both of these franchises.
This is why I kept slipping up. I'm sorry, I kept slipping up, but
no, you did great. You did great.
This was another great episode. It really exemplified both characters. You guys thought on your feet, you changed on the fly, things were just all up in the air, and it was just incredible, especially now knowing what I know, because I completely
didn't know.
I don't know.
You didn't know.
I'm just here to listen and ask questions. You guys made it. Not only did you make it work,
this is why that was awkward in the beginning.
What we've been doing, you've improved on what we've been doing, and it was incredible. I can't.
You know, I think we should do this more often. We should just flip the script on everybody.
Okay.
I was prepared.
Again,
I was fully prepared for Frank tonight. So
I want to say, what would you say for Frank?
No, I'm not telling you. I got my notes. I literally have my notes. I'm not. No, that's me.
I want to know what would be the boost for Frank, because I can flip it for Bourne. I can flip it.
Well, no. The only reason that I was able to argue against Frank is because I studied him for the past week and a half, 2 weeks, like however long since Dean invited me on. So I've been I just spent $4 renting fucking Transporter 3 2 hours ago.
I
thought I was like,
how do you feel about Transporter 3?
Yeah,
that's like, okay, yeah. They'll let me know that you're telling the truth. They'll let me know you're telling the truth.
Two was meh, and then like one was the penultimate. Like that was the shit. But like 2 was like it had the fucking half naked chick. It was unnecessary. Anyway, hold on. Let him finish. Let's finish it.
Yeah. So go ahead, Devon.
I have nothing else to say. Although it's something I thought about while all this was going on, is I could easily see both of these characters existing in the same universe.
Oh, totally.
And and of course the superhero team up mistake where they get to scrapping each other because they don't know each other's the good guy, and then they both team up and save the world and stomp just a mess out of everybody.
It's Captain Winter Soldier.
Tonight, it's about Martin V. Bourne, and Dean is going to tell you how you can affect the outcome.
Yes. So this has nothing. I mean, Damon and I will have our vote, as will Drake and Renee. But now that the dispute is over, you get to have your vote. So you may already be here watching from the website, disputedpod.com/MartinVBourne. You may need to refresh your screen in order to see that the vote is now available to you. So you can go there and you can vote for your champion. And we will announce the winner in the next episode 2 weeks from now. So we want to thank our advocates because they were so amazing. You guys did a great job. I mean, I could listen to you guys debate anything because you guys bring it. And I mean, I love you both. You are both amazing people. And I can't, and so whoever wins, I'm great. I'm going to be glad that you're back.
I still can't get over. You told me to do a wrestling promo when we started, and somebody fucked it up.
Well, it's okay. Shit happens. It's this is gonna things happen, and I apologize for not catching it early on because I just was kind of when I'm doing prep, everything is just kind of I'm making videos, I'm doing promos and putting it out every day.
Dude, I promoted the show earlier, being like, yeah, I'm gonna be Frank Martin tonight.
It's all good.
I was about to put one on TikTok. I was like legit about to do that.
But you know what? This actually makes this episode even better, in my opinion.
So much better.
So Renee, I'm gonna go ahead. Why don't you give us a little bit of information about where folks can find you?
Oh, all of my social medias are Bet You I Did. That's at BETYOUIDID. Bet You I Did. No funny spelling, no funny spacings. I do a podcast every Wednesday at 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time called Perfectly Misfit. Catch me on every other podcast in the world. I do this little show called How Are You Now? I think it's apparently a podcast on Letterkenny. Now I'm on Disputed, the podcast, which is awesome. Fucking follow this show.
Everybody's going to make the rounds at all the Podskier podcasts.
Yeah, I'm heading back to New York, and I'm going to be appearing on a couple of shows on the Too Much Content Network. So
Nice.
follow them on Instagram. I'm probably going to be doing House Ho, and since we're this late in the show, I can say there's a show I'm going to be on. It's called The Shit Talking Cunts. And if you like to talk about cunt, talk about
Anyway,
yeah. So moving on, but yeah, thank you so much for having me on, Dean. Appreciate it.
oh yeah, I love you, man. You're my, we're brothers from the Army from a different time. And so
we're brothers through Letterkenny. We live in Letterkenny, but we don't at the same time.
Exactly.
It's weird.
All right. Yeah. All right, Drake. Tell us where we can find you and what you do.
Oh man, thank you. Once again, I'm Drake with Everything Culture. A, not an I, Everything. I am from Texas. Our podcast is about to get to know people so can love people. Our mission statement comes from the words of Dr. Martin Luther King Jr., and that is he believed that men hate each other because they fear each other. They fear each other because they don't know each other, and they don't know each other because of segregation. And because of segregation, we have miscommunication. So Everything Culture has been built on the pillars of respect, communication, and consistency so we can get to know each other so we can love one another. So we bring different guests on our show. We have a segment called The Makings of You. So we have to ask them a deep dive on their childhood, their upbringing, their points of view on life and why they do what they do. And then we bring them back on and we have certain topics such as child welfare. We talk about military. We talk about sports. We talk about certain things and cultures that people may not understand. And instead of have people just give their opinion about it, we actually bring the people on themselves and have a conversation on their perspective and how to make the world a better place. So
Nice.
Podcast with a purpose, podcast for all cultures. Yeah. And thank y'all. And you can find us anywhere you listen to a podcast. You can find us on YouTube. If you're looking at us on social media, you can find us on Twitter. You can find us on IG, TikTok, just Everything Culture.
Right on. And I'm going to give us a couple of plugs here real quick. So if you want to go check out anything, we got disputedpod.com/links. You can see all of our links and where we are. We also have merch. If you go to disputedpod.com/merch. And because, as I said, we are part of the Podskier Podcast Network. If you go to podskier.com, you can find all of our podcasts right there. So, Damon, why don't you tell us about what's going on next time?
What is going on next time? Our next scheduled bout on May 26th at 7 p.m. Pacific, 10 p.m. Eastern. We will be back for our next scrap. It's going to be Lorraine Broughton from the Atomic Blonde, or actually from Atomic Blonde, versus Amos Burton from The Expanse. Ooh. So until next time, I'm Damon.
I'm Dean. And remember, everything is disputed. Thank you so much for joining us today. We hope you enjoyed the episode, and we are now asking you to go vote for your champion. We want to thank our advocates for their amazing defense of their champions. And finally, we'd like to thank the musical artists who created the music that helps make our show so great. We've got Hard Fight by Tajirigis, Game Changer by Icolix, Fight Club by Evil Bear Boris, Fight Makes Right by Atake, and This Party Sucks by Done With Fish. They can be found on freemusicarchive.org or on artlist.io. See you next time.